Well, we are tied on. It is day 2 of 40. A light breeze blowing here in South Florida. Miami Gardens, to be precise. Another day. In fact, our opening Thursday at Fast and Firm Gulfstream Park West, littered in the infield with those iconic South Florida palm trees, the ibises, a great animal kingdom here as we are off and running from our GPW studios. Jason Blewett, happy to be joined by Claudia Spadaro. Now, you're part, much like Alfredo yesterday, you're a part of our daily coverage in Espanol.
Yes, thank you, Jason, for having me. I'm so happy to be here with you, stepping out of my comfort zone, trying to show the 8 races in English, but I'm really happy to be here with you and with you guys.
Absolutely. Happy to have a smiling Claudia with us. Now, yesterday afternoon, I said, if you're in that seat trying out this show, we gotta know who your favorite horse of your lifetime is, and who is it?
Oh, definitely my favorite filly of all time is Senjata. I was talking to you before. The 20 races were amazing. Even that last one, I still get chills when I saw the videos.
Yeah, almost, 9 years ago. That was the 2010 Breeders' Cup Classic at Churchill Downs, and Blame just held her off with Garrett Gomez by a head or so, half a head. It was a close race, but a great race mare for sure. Zenyatta for you, California Chrome for Alfredo, and my favorite, of course, Holy Bull. Now, we can all agree, even though we have different favorite horses of all time, we can all agree the fact that we've got a couple of carryovers today as we dive into our multi-race wager menu, if you will, and we do have that super high five of about $2,000, but we picked up just under about $5,000 in yesterday's Rainbow Six.
Yes, and also we have, I did many tickets. I did also an early Big Five and late Big Five. If you are interested in that, you can look it up on all social media too.
Right, I was going to say, you're very active on Twitter,
Yes.
on social media for sure, and give Claudia Spadaro a follow over at Twitter, myself, and of course Gulfstream Park as well. And with that in mind, how does this early pick 5 look in your opinion today?
Well, I have early Big Five of 40 with 50, and my best bet of the day is going to be in the 4th race, number 1, Bow Tie Affair.
Oh, Bow Tie Affair. So I find it interesting for this pick 5. You obviously like Bow Tie Affair quite a bit in the 4th race. And now Ronnie's not here. That's one of his favorite horses. And I will say, Ronnie's cousin Tom actually bred Bow Tie Affair. I just need to get that out. That is a weekly rite of passage when Bow Tie Affair's in. But I see you didn't single Tiger Blood in the 2nd race, even though he's going to be a massive favorite.
That's why when sometimes I get scared when it's that much favorite, and there's just a few horses in that race that I think the complete set of the race can change.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't single up, but I was talking to you before. I think he's definitely the horse to beat in that race.
Yeah, no doubt about that. 1 of 2 in the mix for trainer Steve Cosares. Now, in talking about this upcoming first race and the opening leg of Thursday's early pick 5, this will be the opener not only today, of course, but the first 2-turn dirt race we've had. We ran 4 yesterday on the main here at GPW. All of them sprints. They were all one wire to wire. So early speed, whether coincidence or not, was very dangerous on the dirt yesterday. And the pace needs, I think, in this 3-and-up filly mare $10,000 maiden claimer right off the bat needs to be discussed, because I think your top pick, the number 2 Coffee Futures, may not make the lead over my horse, but you're probably going to see Paco having her up close and in the game.
Yeah, I really like Paco with her at this time. I think it's tricky that she's going for the first time to this type of track, Gulfstream Park West, which is a tricky track, but she knows very well the mile, and she's an expert in this kind of races, mating for 10. Like, she's an expert in here, so I think. Also, she's a Malibu Moon. I really like this type of pedigree. So if everything comes out normally, she will be the winner.
All right, now we saw Lionel Reyes, who rides my top pick, the 5 Dude Secret. He won a couple of races yesterday, one on the turf, one on the dirt, both wire to wire, and I like that in mind with the 5 Dude Secret. As she drops in for $10,000, hopefully she can just break on top and get in front of everybody and never look back, and we'll be keeping tabs to see how this main track is playing. Let's move on to Thursday's second second. This is kind of an early bird type featured second race, if you will. I mean, you've got some turf sprinting star power in this race, led, of course, by Tiger Blood, who's one of the best claims in South Florida this year for Steve and Lily Caceres, and he defeated a good chunk of this field. And here's the race back. That was his last Gulfstream Park start in Florida, I should say, back on August 15th. This is him. He's got big speed. And I feel, Claudia, and he'll beat Earth, he'll beat Grand Malbec. They were both second and third and no match behind Tiger Blood. I think he found 6.5 furlongs at Kentucky Downs last time out, Tiger Blood. I think he found that race just too far, and he's back to his best distance.
I know, and to me, Tiger Blood, it's definitely the horse to beat. I really like his number on the Bayer side, and he has run in with better horses, with more difficult horses. I don't think he's gonna have trouble with the horses that he's running with today. Also, something that I really see is that the only 4 times that he had run the 5 furlong, he has 4 victories, so 100% of effectivity. He's an expert on the 5 furlong, and also he's the speed of the race. If he goes the lead, I don't think he's gonna be wire to wire, the punta punta.
Yeah, punta punta, wire to wire in Espanol, and this strikes me for Tiger Blood as a potential prep moving back to Gulfstream Park for the Claiming Crown Canterbury on December 7th. He seems custom-made for that 5 furlong turf sprint across town. As we take a little time out with the early double in the books, more Claudia, more Jason, and a whole lot of Rainbow Six after this.
The best chance for success begins with a solid foundation. At Hardacre Farm, early personal one-on-one care starts the journey to becoming a champion. Bred to leading stallions, our mares represent the highest standards. Hardacre Farm's signature in the breeding industry. Based in Ocala, Florida, breeder and owner Amy Tarrant has inspired excellence throughout her entire career. In your quest for success, start with Hardacre Farm, breeding the champions of tomorrow.
Whether you're at home or at the track, have a stake in the race when you bet with ExpressBet. Sign up for an ExpressBet online betting account and receive up to a $500 sign-up bonus.
Well, we are fast and firm here at beautiful Gulfstream Park West, set for day 2 of 40 of our fall turf racing festival season. Jason Blewett, Claudia Spadaro joining you live on this edition of Gulfstream Park West today. And Claudia, we picked up about 5,000 yesterday in the Rainbow Six carryover. That is not, however, the only major multi-race wager that we like to play and follow on tap over the next couple of days. I am alluding to, of course, tomorrow's Stronach 5, in which GPW, Santa Anita Park, and 3 races from Laurel Park comprise a pretty nice sequence.
I know. We just talked about this Stronach 5. Also, we have a guarantee of $100,000, which is amazing. And I think the 5 races they are not as hard as other weeks. So I encourage you to this week play this Stronach 5.
No, that's great advice. And we were talking, Claudia and I, before we came on camera, with Santa Anita Park. Obviously, their Breeders' Cup autumn season began last Friday afternoon, and they're coming up on another batch of Breeders' Cup preps. Big race out there on Saturday. I know you're pretty pumped up for.
I know. Omaha Beach with Chancellor, I think it's going to be the race of the week, and I can't wait to enjoy that 2 minutes of amazingness horse racing.
Yeah, no, we love the game. And Keeneland, of course, opening up tomorrow with their fall boutique meet, if you will, and a lot of Breeders' Cup preps left to be run here over the next week and change or so in the United States. Rainbow Six, meanwhile, though, we'll take a shot at it on this 8-race Thursday card, a race that, or I should say a sequence that sees me singling not Claudia's play, the #1 Bowtie Affair in the 4th. I'm 4 deep there, Claudia, and I left your best bet. I don't
Oh
have
my
Bowtie.
God.
He did get a great ride. We'll look at his last race in a few moments behind Unlock the Potential. But I'm standing alone in the third leg, if you will. That is the fifth, and that is the Mike Maker train number 6, Shoulda, Woulda, Coulda, who's just got a good post and is just, to me, meets a good field off a maiden win last time out. Do you like that horse?
Yeah, I really like that horse. I'm impressed that you don't have my best bet.
I should have looked at your analysis. I may have added that horse, but again, I want to look at that race and talk about Unlock the Potential and Bowtie Affair, who are rematching off of very different trips towards the end of last month, or I should say in late August, right around Travers time. But let's get through this upcoming opening leg of the Rainbow Six. To me, off the bat, I had a feeling you were probably 7-4, 4-7. You look in this, or at this 2-year-old filly 12-5 maiden claimer, the 4 Lady Marcella. Boom, in for the 12-5, much like our top pick, the 7 Ms. Chaplin. Does she maybe try to go punta a punta here and wire the field?
Yeah, definitely, and that was gonna talk about that. Mr. Chaplin is from the stables of Jorge Delgado, which is a specialist in the speed horses.
Yep.
And I think this horse show us that he has a lot of speed. I'm not gonna count his last race. I'm gonna eliminate that. I remember that it was in Gulfstream Park track, and that day there were really bad weather, and he definitely didn't adapt well to the mood. But today we have a amazing weather, sunny Miami. So I think if he catch the speed, and now he has the blinks on, no one is gonna catch him.
And Edgar obviously is so good on speed, isn't he?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, no, we like that horse as the favorite to wire on the drop, and then you've got Antonio Sano, perhaps with the main danger in the 4 Lady Marcella, who's also dipping down into that 12-5 bottom-level maiden claiming condition. Now the 4th race, lot going on. This might just be, I know we have the Tiger Blood crew in the 2nd, but he's going to be a massive favorite as good as he is. This might be the best betting race on today's card. I mean, this is just one of these very competitive races we have that starts a kind of Thursday early bird, late pick 5. What do you got? Oh, you single Bowtie Affair again. So your day is really decided upon Bowtie Affair.
I know. I'm in Bowtie Affair's hands, so I hope he defends my tickets very well. The price is 40, 50, and well, I have the best bet on the early, and the late is the same in the 4th race, Bowtie Affairs.
Now, to me, your basically 3 by right on down races 5 through 8 just underscores that the card is very competitive. It's not like there's one layup odds-on favorite or short price favorite one after another. So, a very nice ticket there for $40.50. And we'll look at Bowtie Affair and Unlock the Potential right off the bat because they're coming out of the same race. In fact, the 1st and 4th place finisher on August 25th. I thought Carlos Lugo, who's pocketed up essentially blue blinkers, light blue cap on the rail with the 1 Bowtie Affair, just rode a really, really smart, great race with the horse who was able just to save ground basically every step of the way. Completely on the other side of the spectrum with the number 2 on this particular day, Unlock the Potential, who was widest of all and had to really work hard after losing quite a bit of ground on the far turn. Bowtie Affair just muscling his way up inside Unlock the Potential, though, the big close. Of the 2, I prefer Unlock the Potential in the rematch, but tell us why you like Bowtie Affair.
Well, I have a lot of opinions with Bowtie Affairs. First of all, he's from the stable of Jose Francisco D'Angelo. We call him in Venezuela Kikito D'Angelo. You can tell him like that. His dad is Kiko D'Angelo. He came here. He started on the summer meet, and just from the starters, he got up. Like their numbers are amazing, and that's why one of my key points here, because I think he has the hunger to win, and the horses are responding of his training. Also, he's coming. We just saw that race, claiming for 16 open, and now he's coming down to claiming for 10.
Yep.
He has a victory already on the distance, and maybe you are right, but I think if this horse wins, it's gonna have amazing dividendos.
Dividendos. Gonna pay a good price. Yeah.
Excellent. That was
mucho dinero, right?
Yeah. I think if you single up these, the prices are gonna be fantastic.
Yeah, well, we'll see if you get lucky. Now, he's got to not only run against Unlock the Potential, who beat him last time out with that ground-losing trip. I don't see a lot of early speed in this race, and I am hoping that the old class horse, the gray 7-year-old, who's danced quite a few dances, the number 6 Might Point exactly, can drop down to this level and just go to the lead and nobody run with him and he gets brave.
You are right. If he shows the class that he should have, because he has been running with more difficult horses, he even came from stakes of $1,000. He can like go on and take the lead, but I just don't feel comfortable from a horse coming from optional claiming for 25 to this kind of class, this kind of race.
Now, his form as a whole, that's a very good point, because his form following, he was very good over the spring, and it seemed like over the summer, albeit against better horses, his form was a little shaky, and now you have a horse who's not perhaps breaking down the barn in the form department in for the 10,000. So I get that there's some questions with him, but you're inside all the way, bow tie affair over the 2 Granny's Kitten. And I mentioned Granny's Kitten, who I have 4th, you have 2nd, because, I mean, that begins, Claudia, the first of 2 very, very serious-looking Mike Maker trained horses on the card as we start Thursday's late pick 4 with race number 5. And although Mike Maker may not be favored with Granny's Kitten in the race prior, he's probably going to start the favorite here in Shoulda, Woulda, Coulda, who won last time out pretty impressively. And boy, I just think this is a horse off a daylight win who's in a great spot today.
I know. I'm not gonna mention the name because I'm gonna just for sure make a mistake. But this horse, I think he broke the maiden, as you can see in that race, amazingly well. He's a closer, really strong closer. He galloped for like 5 lengths. It was amazing. He's going now like on an upper level. I hope he repeat that same race. If he does, he's definitely gonna be the winner, and I'm 100% with you on this one.
All right, good. We like him as the favorite. A little different as far as who we thought might run 2nd today. I'm inside with a bit of a class dropper in the 1 Town Jack, who's 2nd off the layoff for trainer Steve Caceres. And I see you have the 5 Money Come, who's right there every time. I mean, that horse is very consistent.
Yeah, he's very consistent. He's versatile, and he just comes 2nd in claiming for 6. In a lesser difficult claim. Now he's going up. But I think, as you just said, he's always there. So it's just he just needs a little bit of luck, and he's gonna win.
All right.
I hope so.
Or give a good race against the 6, Shoulda, Woulda, Coulda. We'll see. 6-5 for Claudia. I'm obviously bookending that field in the 5th with the old 6-1, and we can turn our attention now to race number 6. Back to the turf we go. Some 2-year-old high price $50,000 maiden claimers in this one, and I see we both took a slight shot picking against the Wesley Ward drop down. Gelding, an Irish bred, in fact, cute name here by No Name Never, named No Name Maybe. And I just tweeted out a stall shot of him up at Palm Meadows if you want to check that out on Twitter. This race is very much centered around a gelding, though, who to me, it almost feels like Wesley Ward is hoping somebody might jump in and maybe claim this horse as he drops in for $50,000.
I know, and that scared me a little bit, because we all know Wesley Ward is an expert with 2 years old, and this horse has been running in main official weight. Now he's dropping him to a maiden of 50,000, and that gives me 2 options. Either he wants to win no matter what, or he just want to get rid of this horse. So that's why I put it as my second chance, and my pick horse is going to be number 1, Frank Legacy. I like the pedigree, and I think his last race in this same mating for $15, he came 2nd in just very, very close. If he repeats that race, I think it's gonna be the victory for him, and not for No Way Maybe.
Yeah, No Name Maybe, and you got Paco from the rail, likely showing some speed. And the 3 Henry's World, who, and it's very much a race. No matter who you like, I think the majority of us are going to, between the 1, 2, and 3, most people are going to land on 1, if not all 3 of those horses. Now, Henry's World has speed too, has run a couple of times on the dirt, has run fine 9 in his 2 dirt races. I like this pedigree for Kathleen O'Connell stepping onto the turf. The fact that he's by Soldat and a grandson of Warfront, and then his the female family is Wildcat Air, and he's out of a Spinning World Dam who won 4 times on the turf. So I think there's turf pedigree there, and I know you're a fan of trainer Kathleen O'Connell, right?
Yeah, definitely. And also, I think this Colombian jockey has been on fire last week, the last week of the summer meet in Gulfstream Park, and the beginning yesterday. He's on fire. He everyone likes to win, but I mean, he's like in that rate that winning. So, and also has the speed of the race. I like the workouts that he has, so maybe he can be. I think the race is between these 3 horses.
Definitely. And Jairo Rendon did pick up a nice win yesterday. And a native of Colombia, great guy, terrific rider, very strong, and a good turf rider, too.
And also, I interviewed him, and I didn't know that after he left Colombia, he has run in Dubai, in Arabia Saudita,
Right.
Saudi Arabia,
Right.
and in different countries, and he have won the statistics there. So he's a jockey with a lot of class. He just need, in my opinion, more opportunities.
And now he's got that. You know, he's got a lot of local business, and one of only 5 guys to have won at least 50 races across town at Gulfstream during the summer. Jairo picked up his 50th win closing day last Sunday, and yeah, class act all the way. Glad he's here and doing well. Doing well is something this field in our featured 7th race, kind of a co-feature. You got the Tiger Blood crew on the turf in the 2nd, and a pretty salty group of dirt horses, in fact, in this high-priced $62,000 optional claimer. I look around here, Claudia, I don't see a lot of speed, and I'm hoping in the end that helps my top selection, the number 8, Cool Arrow, who's a new face and seems like he's kept some pretty good company out of town and a well-traveled horse. Now with trainer Terry Pompey, and here's a little stat. I mean, Terry, certainly not her first rodeo. Veteran horsewoman, a lot of respect for Terry, and she's done very well. Kind of a real niche-like stat, or at least area, but trainer changes and horses shipping into her barn here in South Florida like Cool Arrow's doing. She's 5 for 19, winning 1 out of every 4 essentially, and these are obviously horses that are paying good prices and overachieving, at least as far as how they're bet, with an ROI of above $3. Now, of the locals, I like that horse because of the speed. Who do you like in this race? You like Front Loaded.
I obviously like Front Loaded, and I think what you said about Terry Pompey, it's a key difference because she has 33% when she goes first time with the horse. Also, I like the numbers on the Bayer. This horse has a speed, and running in this distance in 4 times has a victory in 2 seconds. So he obviously like that distance. I'm gonna go first with number 6, sorry, Front Loaded del establo de Gilberto Serpa, and I just said 2 words in Spanish. That's my.
What were they? What do they translate to?
His trainer is Gilberto Serpa, and Edgar Saya, of course, on the lead. I think Gilberto has a really good numbers with this kind of horses. He just won, and after winning, going to another race, he has like 42% is like really high. Also, number 5, High Riverside. I think he's an expert either in the distance or the Gulfstream Park West track, which I think that gives him a lot of advantage because most of the horses haven't tried yet that track, so this gives him a little bit of advantage over the others.
No, it's a very good point. I mean, we talk about it even throughout the 10 months or so we spend at Gulfstream when you've got trainers like Kathleen O'Connell, Antonio Sano, Rohan Crichton that train here at GPW. It's a deeper sand-based track. I was looking at the specs yesterday. I mean, the top of it is about 12 inches of sand and clay, and evidently, you know, it'll leg a horse up, and having experience and success is a definite positive. Now, let's just tie a ribbon around Front Loaded, who was very good last time out in this win back on August the 11th. Beat a good field, and for me, Claudia, I look at this race and the fact that this horse had been good, tailed off a little bit, and it seems like maybe off this strong effort, Gilberto has just got him in a very, very good spot right now. Don't you agree?
Yeah, definitely. Well, that was what I was telling you. He won amazingly. He won really well. And now in Gilberto definitely got the key of this horse. I just hope he will adapt as well as call their track.
Yeah, no, it's a good call with the horses shipping in and trying this main track for the first time. Now, that'll go race 7, and a good cast at that as our last race today over the dirt. We'll wrap things up with the 8th, our nightcap, right around 5 p.m. Eastern, give or take, with these 2-year-old filly, $35,000 maiden claimers. And I see you and I like similar horses for the most part. I'm going to take, at least as far as the win end goes, the 6 Maricopa, good 2-year-old trainer, and Jose Pinchin, horse bred to like the turf, making her grass debut by Temple City out of a Sky Mesa dam. Speaking of Gilberto Zerpa, you're right next door with the 7 Hearts and Flowers by Kozan and trying the turf.
I know, I'm back-to-back with the Gilberto Zerpa, but right now, it's not Gilberto. What I like about this horse is the pedigree, and you just mentioned it, the Kozan. This pedigree is on fire lately.
Yep.
They are like the first try, they came out winning, so I think we cannot left this horse out. Also, I'm going to eliminate that last race. Now, as you said, he's trying the turf. I like the pedigree. I like, of course, the La Dupla, Gilberto and Edgar. They work really well together. Number 6, your top pick, Maricopa. I think the advantage that she has is that she's running with just 114 pounds.
Yeah.
Would give a lot of advantage over the others.
You like Christian Torres, too?
Of course.
Yeah.
He's a beginner, but he has the hunger, and he knows how to use those 5 pounds that they gave. He knows how to take advantage of those.
Yes,
pounds.
Absolutely. Picked up his 8. I happen to look because he won a race here yesterday at opening day. He's got 85 wins on the year now. Obviously, one of the nation's, if not the top apprentice in the country, and a very classy, well-spoken young man. And I think one of the great things for Christian is the fact, I mean, he grew up in Puerto Rico, but also went to high school in Orlando. He's bilingual, so he can communicate with everybody, and he's got a big future, doesn't he?
Of course, and we have seen just the Puerto Ricans. They are taking over horse racing. We have the Ortiz brothers, where I love seeing them running. And last week, John Velasquez, the legend Johnny B, just broke the record with most greatest stake winner with 662, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. It was either 662 or 661 was the record of the great Jerry Bailey.
And he won another stake great also after that one. So
no, I tell you,
the sky's the limit for these Puerto Ricans.
No question, man. And it all goes back to Angel Cordero Jr. and then you've got Johnny V, and a guy that's a fan of both of Angel Cordero Jr. and Johnny V. Not only you and me, Pete Aiello, who's standing by. A couple of stories up as we get those Thursday scratches and changes.